Hello, welcome to day one. Today we're going to be focusing on 3 exercises. Your first exercise is your air squat, your second exercise is your push-up, and your third exercise is your sit-up. I'm going to take you through each exercise as a tutorial, and then I'll let you know what the challenge actually is for today. This exercise is an air squat, or just a body weight squat, a squat with no weights if you prefer. The first thing we're going to focus on is the foot position. So what we want your feet round about hip width. If you struggle with your balance or your hip mobility, you can take them to shoulder width. It is up to you. What we want to create in that foot position is what we call a tripod foot. And a tripod foot is basically where your heel, your big toe and your little toe all ground you into the floor, giving you the best base that you can have. Now, with a squat, when we go down, we're going to lead from the hips, not from the knees. And we're also going to push the bum backwards, and we're not going to go down. The aim of the squat is to get your hip line below your knee line when you go down. However, if you are new to squatting or if you've experienced problems before, you might not be able to do this just yet, but you can work on it. And that's it. If you do need to go halfway, that's absolutely fine. We'll work on your depth. It will come in time. Now, coaching points wise, what you want to do is on your way down, breathe everything in. On your way up, expand through your core, blowing out that air and really give you a solid base here. When you get to the top as well, you really want to squeeze your bum, but you don't want to thrust your hips forward. You want to squeeze, not thrust. Okay? Keep here nice and tight. Keep your heels on the floor. What I don't want to see is I don't want you to go down so deep that your heels come off the floor. Your heels got to stay grounded. And that's it. That's your squat. The exercise I'm going to take you through now is the push-up. I'm going to take you through the beginner's version and a more advanced version. First, we're going to get on the floor and we're going to go off the knees, but we want to place our hands just wide of our shoulders. So this is the motion we're going to be doing. So just wide of the shoulders, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take your body weight over your wrists. So you're not here, you're here. Onto your toes, even for the beginner's version. Onto the toes, nice and flat, and then just drop your knees, and that's exactly where you want your knees to be. From here, we're going to lower ourselves to the floor and then push up, and that's it. Notice how my back and my bum don't move. Everything's in a straight line, and my elbows don't go outwards, they flare backwards very slightly. And that is the beginner's version. Now the advanced version is exactly the same, only it's on your toes. So get back in position, place those hands where you want them, onto the toes, keeping nice and flat, nice and straight. Pull those abs in to get that position. Flare those elbows backwards. And there we go. That's the push-up. Key points I want you to remember in whatever version you're doing. Abs nice and tight. That is so important to keep that posture. Nice and steady on the movements, and your elbows don't go outwards, they flare backwards. This exercise is the sit-up. Now, I'm going to take you through a couple of different versions just in case, but the principles are all going to be the same. In this, I would like you to do a sit-up, which is quite simply all the way down and all the way up. Like so. However, if you find that too easy, you want something a bit more challenging, you can do what we call a stiff leg sit-up, which is where your legs are flat, tap your toes at the top. That's a stiff leg sit-up. If those are too much for you, then you've got two options. Go back to this option and put your toes under something. Get your kids to hold it down, shove them under the bed or the sofa and have an anchor. That's one option. For this challenge, that's perfectly fine. However, if that's still too much for you or you don't want to anchor your feet, then you can do a crunch. Hands on your thighs. And your fingertips slide up your thighs to your knees and then you come back down. And that's it. Key point for this is whatever version you are doing, pull your belly button into the floor and push the arch of your back into the floor. Squeeze your bum nice and tight when you do that. That will create a really nice solid foundation for your core and it will protect your lower back. So your challenge for today is this. Beginners, squats, 12 repetitions. Push-ups, 12 repetitions. And sit-ups, 12 repetitions. You have got 4 rounds. For the advance, you have got squats, 25 repetitions. Push-ups, 25 repetitions. And sit-ups, 25 repetitions. 4 rounds for you as well. Enjoy.